SC orders major overhaul of NEETPG counseling to curb seat blocking, ensure transparent medical admissions. The Supreme Court has issued a series of directives aimed at reforming the NEETPG National Eligibility Entrance Test postgraduate counseling process to curb the widespread practice of seat blocking in postgraduate medical admissions. The court has further mandated that all medical colleges disclose pre-counseling fees in advance, thereby promoting transparency and fairness in the admission process. The bench, comprising Justice J.B. Purdiwala and Justice R. Mahadevan, was hearing a case concerning large-scale manipulation of seats during the NEETPG counseling process. The court issued the following key directive: an unified counseling calendar, introduce a nationally coordinated counseling schedule to synchronize all India quota AIQ and state counseling rounds, thereby preventing seat blocking across systems. Mandatory pre-counseling fee disclosure: all private and deemed universities must disclose complete fee details including tuition, hostel, caution deposit, and other charges before counseling begins. Central fee regulation system: establish a uniform fee regulation framework under the National Medical Commission (NMC) to standardize charges across institutions. Post round 2 upgrade provision: allow candidates already admitted in round 2 to upgrade to better seats in subsequent rounds, without reopening counseling to new applicants. Transparency in NEETPG exams: ensure the publication of raw scores, official answer keys, and the normalization formula used in multi-shift NEETPG examinations. Strict penalties for seat blocking: impose strong actions such as forfeiting the security deposit, disqualifying repeat offenders from future NEETPG exams, and blacklisting institutions found enabling seat blocking. An Aadhaar-based seat tracking: implement Aadhaar link tracking to prevent candidates from holding multiple seats or submitting false information. Accountability of authorities: make state counseling bodies and directors of medical education DMEs liable for disciplinary or contempt proceedings in case of schedule breaches or rule violations. Uniform counseling code: introduce a standardized code of conduct for counseling across all states, with consistent rules on eligibility, mop-up rounds, seat withdrawal, and grievance redressal timelines. Independent oversight by NMC: set up a third-party oversight mechanism under the NMC to conduct annual audits on counseling processes, data compliance, and fairness in admissions. Also read: this woman officer lost hand in accident but didn't lose determination to crack IAS exam. Who is Shannon? The judgment follows a petition filed by the state of Uttar Pradesh and the Director General of Medical Education Training, challenging a 2018 Allahabad High Court order that had penalized officials for irregularities in that year's counseling process. The High Court had found that candidates with lower merit were allowed to participate in the mop-up counseling rounds despite having already been allotted seats, thereby disadvantaging higher-ranked aspirants. Consequently, the High Court awarded Rs 10 lakh in compensation to each petitioner and directed structural reforms. However, the Supreme Court stayed this order in 2018 and has now reduced the compensation to Rs 1 lakh per petitioner, citing subsequent policy improvements. The court noted reforms introduced post 2021, particularly in the Nihila PPV Medical Counseling Committee case, where a 4-round counseling scheme was implemented for all India quota AIQ seats. Nonetheless, the bench emphasized that these measures must now be effectively enforced through centralized regulation and transparent procedures. Swipe left for next video. And what is seat blocking? Seat blocking occurs when candidates temporarily accept medical counseling seats but later relinquish them after obtaining preferable options in subsequent rounds. This tactic creates a false shortage of available seats, deceives other aspirants, and undermines the merit-based selection process. The Supreme Court characterized seat blocking as indicative of deeper systemic problems, such as inadequate coordination, lack of transparency, and fragmented oversight. Latest blogs.